he always, like, Catherine's mom knew what to do. Maybe that he was a little bit childish or immature and didn't know how to, like, protect himself.
I have a question. How do you think that the Earnshaw heirs, Catherine and Heathcliff, if you want to count him, and Henley are different from the Linton heirs, Isabella and Edgar?
The Earnshaws are more ruthless. Well, with Edgar and Isabella, like way later in some chapters that not even made probably now. Well, when Isabella decides to go ahead and elope with Heathcliff, Edgar says, "You're no longer my family," and she begged for forgiveness and sent him letters and tried to apologize, and he listened to none of that. And that's me, of course. But with the Earnshaws, they were way more ruthless. Like, Catherine didn't get her way, so she tried to starve herself to death. Heathcliff didn't like how he was treated, so he wanted to take revenge on everybody, basically emotionally and mentally. And when Henley's wife died, he got drunk and beat everybody and played with guns and pretended that he was going to kill them.
Yeah, so I thought that the Earnshaws were like more independent. Like they dealt with things. Like they were not independent, but they were more worried about their own feelings rather than everybody else's. And I felt like the Lintons, they were a little more family based. Like their family would be like how they were in the, I don't remember what chapter it was in, but they were sitting at the table and they were arguing over a dog and they started crying and then neither one of them wanted the dog. They're more concerned with one another's feelings than they are their own feelings.
It's like they were raised in a family environment where the Earnshaws weren't really.
Yeah.
And also, they differ a lot in the way they sing. Like the Lintons and Thrush Cross Grange, it all represents more like elegance and civility, and I'm saying words like that.
Aristocracy?
Yes, that. But yeah, they represent that. They're clearly more classy and more elegant and all that. While the Earnshaws in Wuthering Heights, they're more wild and free-spirited and out there.
Like when I pictured the book, like when I came to this whole, once I got to a certain chapter, I just imagined like Fresh Cross Grange, it's like the romantic part of the novel where everything's all nice and pretty, and then you have
Wuthering Heights,
which is like torn down and dark over here. Everybody's like mad. It's like the romantic and the gothic both play in because both families hold a certain area in the book. That's what I got out of the whole thing.
Okay, you guys have about 2 or 3 more minutes. So finish up questions. Throw another one out there.
I wanted to ask, does anyone in the novels here have a sense of family loyalty? Because they all seem to betray each other.
Joseph, that's it. He's the only person who's loyal.
Heathcliff in a way does.
Not even Nellie Dean is loyal.
She
moves from family to family.
She sort of does. Like I think a couple people halfway shake, even if they have wrong motives. Like Nellie seems like she really cares for Henley. She meets him, she thinks about him, and then she sees Harrington, and she's like, oh, I miss you, I love you, blah blah blah. And then even when we're talking about baby Kathy, she's like, oh yes, I raised her and nursed her and blah blah blah. How is she? So I felt like she had some family loyalty, and then Heathcliff, like, even though he was kind of a bad, nasty dude, and he had a lot of revenge up his sleeve, like, he wanted the children, he wanted Harrington to stay with him, and then he wanted Lynn too, which he had bad motives, but then at the same time, I feel like he had a little bit of good motive too.
Maybe he just kept him there to his revenge, like, you can't leave because I'm gonna leave you.
I think Joseph was the only loyal one though. He like stayed in that house no matter what. But he stayed in the house because he thought that it was evil and there was spirits there from all the bad karma and the bad vibes.
He didn't stay because he was loyal. He stayed because he felt that he could bring them God.
He had loyalty to the house.
But like he could mind him in his own business anyways.
I feel like
Okay, all right, wrap it up.
Quiet people, you need to talk. Go for it.
Shut up, then.
Oh,
Stop.
Kidding. All right. So, you have 5 minutes to complete the reflection on the front. Make sure that your level questions are stapled to your record sheet. And you know where to put them. I also need someone to go around to the tables and collect